Hey, good morning, everybody. It's wonderful just to be with you this morning. We're contemplating 1 Chronicles chapter 5. We find for ourselves there a giant to the measure of Goliath. He was a brother of Goliath, and David had to deal with him. Now, Lami means self. It's a huge God in today's world where there's so much about self-elevation and self-esteem and self-evaluation and self-development, and it's all about our self. Now, we want to talk about what it means to deal with this self. It's a huge giant. It's all about me, and it's all about mine, and it's about my stuff. Anyway, there is a way, and I don't want to sound overly simplistic about this, but I got to tell you, what I'm about to tell you is very short but profoundly simple, but very, very impactful. You know, you will only worship that which is big. You generally worship the biggest thing that is in your life. And sadly, in the context of the world today, ourselves are the biggest things. There's a lot of self-worship going on out there. Instead of trying to diminish yourself, that's not always easy to do, and it's very counterintuitive in many ways. We need to find something bigger than ourselves to worship. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody bigger than God. I don't know anybody more awesome than God. I don't know anybody more powerful, more intellectual, more stimulating, and more just anybody greater than God. And so the lesson for today is what it means to take our eyes off ourselves and to focus them on an object or a person of worship far, far bigger than ourselves. And that for me would have to be God. If God becomes bigger in our lives, it's very automatic that we will become smaller. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that by just giving you a very short illustration. You know, in the Christmas story, there are 8 great stories that are put together that are compiled to make the great Christmas event so meaningful to us. There's a story, we call them the 3 kings, and I like that terminology. I would like to use it today. We talk about the 3 kings from Orient. We talk about, we don't know that there were 3, there might have been more, there may have been less, but they were kings or wise men from the East. And the reason that they were wise was because they sought a king who was bigger than themselves. They came to the crib of Jesus and said, we have found the king. We're all kings in our own right. And in a beautiful, beautiful sense, they took off their crowns and they laid it at the feet of the baby King of Kings. They knew, they found that there was somebody bigger than them. They did a great thing. They worshipped the King of Kings. Even if you're a king, I'm excited for you. That's awesome. But to worship the King of Kings makes you really, it's counterintuitive because it makes you feel so small and so humble, and yet it elevates you in the sense that you now think, man, I found somebody greater than me, and this person greater than me loves me even for who I am, and I don't even have to be a king to worship the King of Kings. There's beautiful pictures in the book of Revelation where it talks about the elders and the kings as they bring their crowns and they lay them down before the King of Kings. That's worship. When we worship a God who's much bigger than we could ever consider or imagine, then I'm going to tell you, people, that puts us very obviously into our place. And it's a great place. It's a place of submission. It's a place of reverence. It's a place where we elevate God to the place where He needs to be. And I'm going to tell you, people, I don't think we can elevate Him high enough. But when God becomes the King to us, all our crowns are worth nothing. All your achievements don't mean very much, but they don't matter at all. That doesn't matter because you found the true King, the King of Kings. I want you just to think about that. Think about those kings that came from the East, so willing that they searched, they went through the desert, they were hungry, they were thirsty, they put up with the dust and the 800 miles of trek across the desert because they were so desperate to find a king bigger than themselves. And they found this king lying in a manger. Man, it's a beautiful picture. And so we need to search for that king. And when you find him, you automatically, you'll not have to learn how to do it. You don't have to be told how to do it. You will automatically fall at his feet in worship. and that puts you in the right place. So as much as self-esteem is greater, we need to hold on to who we are in Christ. When you find a king greater than you will automatically worship, and it'll be a great experience. Want to deal with yourself? Worship somebody bigger than you. Simple, but I think profound. Have a great day, you people. See you soon. Bye.